I think if you don't come to the meeting, they should turn your name.
Oh, okay. Wait, but am I correct?
Okay, I'd like to call this meeting of June 23rd. Order, please rise for prayer and pledge of allegiance. We gather together to make decisions for our community. May we use only our best skills and judgment, keeping our minds and hearts impartial. Let us always act in accordance with what is best for our community and our fellow citizens. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Dodge Council President.
Here.
James Fisher, Vice President.
Here.
Julie O. Absent. David Seiler.
Here.
Brandon.
Here.
Jeremy
Here.
Paul Coffey.
Present.
Mayor Baumgartner.
Here.
Eileen O'Malley. Here. Michael Foot.
Here.
Dennis Fernando. Ken Kruger, Police Chief.
What are you trying to say?
And Paul Whitmer. Codes is absent. Jason Cannon
It's an easier one.
is also absent.
Vicky, if you want to make a note, Chief is on remotely.
Oh,
Okay, thank you. Public notice, an executive session was held this evening at 6 p.m. for the purpose of collecting information or educating agency members about an issue. Are there any revisions or additions to the agenda?
And President, there's just a couple of revisions, and that's under the civil service area. And it's just alterations to the two motions to add to the first motion that Kevin Brannon is an alternate to the Civil Service Commission, and to add that both to Nina Nuttall, to add that she is an alternate that will be serving the unexpired term of Kevin Brannon.
Okay, and I have an adjustment for the minutes too, after when we get to the approval of the minutes. Okay, we don't need any motion for that now. This is public comments on agenda items. If there's anybody here that wants to comment on agenda items. No one's wanting to comment. We'll move to public presentations. We have no public presentations. We need a motion to approve the minutes if there's no corrections or additions. I have the CSRC meeting was listed as Thursday, June 19th. It's Wednesday, June 18th, I think. They're always on a Wednesday. That was the only thing I found. So if there's no other corrections or additions, can I have a motion to? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Administration?
Madam President, Council will be considering the offering of a position to a part-time employee at the library.
Does anybody have any questions?
Maybe we could ask Heather a question on that subject. What would that person be doing, Heather?
So it would be a Saturday position, 2 to 3 Saturdays a month at the desk. It would be, if it's approved, Daniel Yasko. He would be at the desk taking phone calls, checking in, checking out patrons, desk duties.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
No further questions? I need
I
to.
have one question.
Oh, okay.
The pre-employment screening and child clearances, who pays for that? Do we pay for it or does the applicant pay for it?
Madam President, the borough pays for those
Borough
screenings.
pays for it.
Okay.
A motion to move to authorize the borough manager to make a conditional offer to Daniel Yasko for the position of part-time desk supervisor pending fulfilling all pre-employment screening requirements and required child clearances with a compensation rate of $10 per hour.
Make that motion.
No, you don't. I already made it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll second.
I never get to
All in
make it.
favor?
I never get to play, so I'll play
Opposed?
this.
Motion carries. Thank you. We have resolution number 771, the borough pension plans. Anybody questions? there's a motion to adopt a resolution 771 appointing the borough manager as the chief administrative officer of its police and non-uniform pension plans.
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second?
Oh, all right,
Could
question.
we discuss that for a sec? By placing the borough manager as the officer of the police and non-uniform pension plans, what
He's just the contact person for the,
just to contact, he makes no
no, there's no
recommendations on his
decisions.
own or
No.
anything like that
It's-
without coming through council?
Right.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Any other questions? Then can I have a motion to adopt resolution 771, appointing the borough manager as chief administrative officer of its police and non-uniform pension plans?
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. We have an HR personnel matter, the resolution of an outstanding grievance and authorizing, we need to authorize council president to execute that agreement.
I make that motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Motion carries. Council committee reports? Community engagement and events?
I believe that the planning for Will Wonderland has begun. So that's a positive. And the starting stages for the Historical Society are going to start soon. So I know there's some people involved who are interested in being involved in that. So we're gonna get on, and I got to get with the borough manager and be able to get access to the files and all the materials downstairs that are locked up in a closet, and try to start sorting through it.
I brought a binder up. Is that still on the desk? I especially wanted to show to you. It was like
I got some stuff last meeting.
like
It
the
was sitting
50th
at my
anniversary or
desk.
something, that binder.
Yeah, I haven't gone through any of it. It's still sitting in my truck.
I mean, this was like a big photo album thing,
Oh, I don't know. that
a
I
big
got that.
green album. It might be on the desk in there. So remind me to see if it's, or Michael.
There was one thing that, like, I know down at the fire department, they have some very, very old films of Memorial Day parades, fires, and stuff like that. And I want to try to enter into some kind of a partnership with them to see how we can try to get them digitized, and then maybe run them on a TV up here somehow, that people can come up and see if some of
Or
these.
even put them on a website.
Put them on the website. They are some very interesting Memorial Day parades, to say the least.
Yeah, I can believe that.
On the borough's YouTube channel.
What's that?
Put them on the borough's YouTube channel, then you can see them anytime.
Yeah, I don't know how
Well,
to
we
do
just
that.
have to investigate. Well, first we can see if you can get.
Well, we have to be able to
digitalized,
get them digitized. That's going to be.
Yeah, somebody has to do that. Okay. Thank you. That's interesting. Finance.
Yeah, I received 2 check registers, first one dated June 13th and the second one dated June 20th, and I have no further questions. Councilman Seiler might.
I do not as well. I had my questions answered prior to this, to the meeting starting. So I have no questions either on this 13th or the 20th registers.
Okay, then I need a motion to authorize the payment of all outstanding bills and invoices totaling $240,421.44 from the general fund, $10,604.80 from the streetlight fund, $140,031.96 from the sewer fund, $93,785.20 from the capital fund, $256.90 from the liquid fuels fund, and $11,082.70 from the library fund.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. No other HR planning and codes. Paul's not here. Public safety, we have nobody here for public safety. Mayor, anything from public safety? No. Did you mention that the chief was getting an award tonight?
The chief is getting an award. He went to the PA Chiefs Conference where he's going to get the President's Award. He was past president of the organization. Another organization that he belonged. No longer is an officer.
Okay, thank you, yeah,
Our department just come in.
I know.
Okay, thank you.
Did you want to, we're just at public safety. Would you like to give us your report?
Perfect timing. We just came back from call, so, Mike, did Billy sent you? Oh, good. Thank you. Okay, so, because I left mine at home. The only thing I need to report is, the new engine is, coming along. People are starting to get qualified on it, according to the chief. The only thing I can add administratively or anything like that, fundraising wise, we had a successful super bingo. The goal of that bingo was to make up for the 4 bingos we lost in our calendar year, 2 due to holidays and 2 due to weather. We met that goal and a little above. So right now the funding budget for bingo this year was back on target. I have, and Arnold's coming.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I would have the tickets are out, have been delivered. So I got my tickets. I did.
I did.
Just scratch up $60. It's a great donation for a great service that's available. And I've utilized them only once in the 40 years I've been here, but the call went out and the guys came and they rectified the issue and can't ask for more than that. Can't ask for more.
Where we were, was the Paul's friend, the U-Haul dealer on Sleepy Hollow. Tree came down and took the wires down, blocked out an area out down there, so those people don't have power at this point.
What about on Arch Street? Do they have power up there?
I don't know about that. I heard Duquesne Light was in the area, Kevin, and Duquesne Light is, oh, okay. Duquesne Light is now on the same down in Sleepy Hollow, so.
I think I would have heard if it was on Arch.
Okay, thank you so much. Public Works?
I would like to say something.
Oh.
I just want to say, going past the park, I don't know what kind of grass seed they planted up there. But everything that was brown like a week ago is now green. They're doing an amazing job getting that thing finished out. I wish we would have had a little bit of weather before Community Day to be able to do that. But Public Works is from what I see right now, outstanding job getting Hamilton Park finished.
Yeah.
The color changing grass. There's a chemical in there that changes.
Green spray paint.
It goes in brown and comes up green.
It planted like
Look it up.
And Madam President, there's just a little bit more reclamation work to be done. So there's some topsoil and seed to be done, and then there'll be some mulch applied. The footers for the signs have been poured, and I'm hoping that we'll be seeing those installed this week.
Okay, thank you. Allegheny County Boroughs Association, I have nothing to report there. Civil Service, we have
Nothing there, Nancy.
nothing. We have a resignation of Kevin Brandon from the as the alternate because Paul was a regular member and 2 council people can't serve on the Civil Service Board at the same time. So Kevin is resigning as the alternate. So I need a motion to accept the resignation of Kevin Brandon as the alternate from Civil Service Commission.
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. And then I need a motion to appoint Nina Nuttall to the Civil Service Commission as the alternate to fill Kevin Brandon's unexpired term.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
We, who is Nina Nuttall?
She owns Team Nuts.
She owns Team Nuts.
Business owner, yeah.
Yeah. And she lives.
Oh, I see, because of her last name, Nut. Okay. I get it. Yeah, I get it. Not all.
Yeah, we did have her resume here.
Her
I
last
don't
name
know if you
was
saw
Nuts.
it.
She's very community oriented.
Good. Good.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do a lot on for economic development.
Oh, yeah, we did. Sorry.
we met with the developer for, or not developer, with the firm that we hired to create a plan to market cities. Is that what they would be? What do you call them?
The borough received a grant to hire a consultant to assist the borough in preparing some plans for the development of cities. And so we had a stakeholder meeting recently where the committee received a walking tour. There was a utilization of some technology of being able to, as we did the site visit and did the walking tour, you could actually look with using your phone and a QR code. You could actually look and see the shape of the building and the heights from the perspective of where you were standing. So it really helped give everybody a chance to have an understanding what it could look like on that site. And again, we're still at a somewhat preliminary stage in that we're just talking about what they refer to as massing, how big the building is, how many stories, and some very, very basic architectural type design work. But all in all, I think the project is moving along quite nicely.
And we did present to them, council, our decision on to take out the one bigger building in the
Our
front.
opinions, yeah.
Yeah, so they have that, and that they have another plan. They're looking at those two conceptions, but they were
Madam President,
welcoming our thoughts and
we
whatever.
recommended the multi-phase.
What's
We had
that?
the multi-phase plan. The one plan was all one building, and the other plan was
Well,
the multi-phase.
well, they did have two plans that are looking at. One was the multi where
Yeah.
we took out the front building. And that, we told them that's what we would prefer. So that's sort of what but they're still in the very early stages.
Will there be any flexibility in that plan based on the developer that comes in and the cost that they want to do?
I'm
Sure, it'll
sure,
have to be.
I'm sure.
Okay.
I mean,
So we're just going to present what we feel is going to be best.
well, they're going to try and market that to a developer.
Okay.
We'll have, in fact, there's I think you have some brochures of what they presented us, some copies of what they presented us. And there, so you could take a look at that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Library? Heather, since you're here, would you like to do the library report?
Heather Meyer, Library Director of the Castle Shannon Library. Just a few things. Red Robin fundraiser we're having for the library coming up next Monday, June 30th. It'll be all day at the South Hills Village location of Red Robin. 20% of the sales will come back to us, so don't forget to mention the library if you go there. So our last time I came here, I spoke about our Color Our World Summer Reading Program kicking off. It is in full swing now. Information about the program is available on our website or stop in the library. Actually, flyers for the kids the other day. And
Yeah, that's disappointing. He has to read.
there's other things. All ages are welcome to participate. So you approved Dan Yasko's employment tonight. So I know you had questions about the clearances and everything like that. Right now, they are a line item in the budget for the library. They're under clearances and FBI clearances. With us direct contact with children, we have to get our clearances renewed every 5 years. If you remember, Jerry Sandusky. So every employee at the library, we just renewed them. We did the PA criminal record check. We do the PA child abuse history check. And we do the FBI background/fingerprints. So for about 11 employees, it's going to be around $700. So we have to put it as employment. You volunteer at the school, the church, they're under volunteers, we're under employment. So they do cost a fee. So we last did them in 2020, we'll do them in 2025, and then we'll do them in 2030. There is a board of trustees vacancy on the library board, information about what the library board does and how to apply is on the library's website. The Friends of the Library are always looking for new members. Information about the Friends and how to join is available on the website and at the library. They now have a Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook, please like the Friends of the Castle Shannon Library. And last but not least, Dan Miller, he always asks if our library would like to be a location for his pop-up office. So he will be at the library Monday, July 7th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m.
Will Dan be there or will
He
he
usually,
represent?
he usually stops by, but it'll probably be Lisa from the office.
What time? 2?
12
12
p.m. to 2 p.m.
12 to 2.
And that advertisement has been put up on his social media page and his website.
Say 10 till 2?
12 to 2.
12.
12 to 2.
Are all those background checks done? Do they have to go any place for the background check? One, and do they have to redo their fingerprints again?
Yeah, it is a requirement for the fingerprints. Everything else can be done online. The criminal record and the child abuse history is done online. Then you have, you can show up. We go to the mailbox, etc. Up by sheets on.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I know where that's at.
It's called Identigo, IDENTGO, and there's different locations. 5 years ago, we went down to the IAU building for like Education West Homestead. We've been going, we can go up there, it's $25.95 for your fingerprints, scan them, and then they get the results, and then they give me the results. So everything is on file. And then we do an extra step here at the library. It's not required, but it's recommended. It's mandated child abuse reporting, and that's through the University of Pittsburgh. That's an online class that we can take because we are mandated if we see child abuse, signs of it, we are to report it to Childline. So that is a free service online through the University of Pittsburgh, but the rest are paying. We're lucky that we have that location in
I'll say, yeah,
Bethel
much
Park.
closer.
Yes, it's
Much
closer. And availability of making appointments online, because they are very, very busy, so.
All right, thanks.
Okay,
You're
thank you so much.
Heather, did you want to mention about anything about the training, the joint training that we had?
Oh, yeah. So last Tuesday, we had CPR and AED training downstairs with the Public Works and the library staff, and then Maya. That's going to be at the Splash Park. So was able to go through that. And thanks for setting that up. That's something that's very important. I think I'm a big advocate for it. That everyone should have it. The Public Works are out on the road, the library, we had over 72,000 people visit last year, and also administration because, you host meetings here and everything like that. So, and I think Dan Turkle said there was a 6 to 7 minute call time from when the call comes in to when they come to the call. So, yes.
Thank you.
Heather, does the library have an AED?
We do have an AED. It came from the St. Margaret Foundation years ago through Pulse. I've been talking with Michael. Our pads are expired. They are discontinued. So when pads are discontinued, it's a Philips AED. And when pads are discontinued, that basically means that the machine is not in service. It's a battery. So I talked to Michael about possibly getting a new one for the line.
Madam President, that AED has been ordered.
Thank you.
Okay, I was just going to ask if the Dan Miller would have a grant for such a thing.
Yeah, and I did a Hopi Heart Foundation. I've done a couple grants. This one opened in April, Hopi Heart Foundation. I submitted the paperwork for it, but I haven't heard back from it. But if we do, we're getting one from the borough, and if we happen to get one from the Hopi Heart Foundation, we have 2 levels at the library, as you know. And when we were at CPR training, obviously, tell someone to call 911 and go and get the AED machine. So if it's downstairs at a program, we would have to come up the steps to get it. So an additional one would be an added plus. So, yeah. We would be the same one, me and Michael were talking, it would be the same one that's going in the splash park and everything like that. So there's consistency.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Medical rescue team, sir?
We had an executive session last Wednesday, and the next meeting is day after tomorrow, the whatever date that is, 25th.
Any questions on MRSA? Thank you. Shaycog.
I was out of town for last month's meeting at Peters. I'm not sure if Bill attended or not, that meeting. There'll be no meeting in July as they have their annual golf outing on the 17th. The next scheduled meeting is the 21st at Jefferson Hills.
August?
August, yes, I'm sorry, yeah.
Jefferson Hills, okay. Thank you. Allegheny County West or County Southwest Tax Collection Committee, anything?
Nothing, Madam President.
Thank you. Mayor's report?
Just some continuing ongoing drug investigations. It will never end. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Manager's report?
Madam President, I just want to share with council that our yard waste collection program has been pretty successful so far this season. In May, we had 38 reservations, and for the collection we did this past Saturday, we had 27 reservations. The equipment for the splash pad has been repaired. We're hoping to get that installed sometime this week. Once it's installed, we can then schedule our permit inspection with Allegheny Health Department. And so staff's goal for the reopening of this, or for the opening of the splash pad, we're hoping to get it open by or before July 4th. We'll mention that the splash, or I should say the fence for the splash pad should be coming in this Thursday. And then I had stopped by this morning. Summer rec started this morning, and there are quite a few kids there, and I'm sure they enjoyed that big, beautiful park this year, as opposed to being limited to the smaller area at Rio. That's all I have.
Okay, and when is the next yard waste collection?
It is the third Saturday of July 19th.
So that would be July 19th.
July 19th.
Okay. Thank you. Solicitor's report?
Nothing.
Nothing. Real estate tax collector?
No report, but there is a rumor that Keystone Oak School District is raising their taxes. I haven't heard final, but my understanding is 4%.
Wow. Wow.
4%, not 4 mils, 4%.
4%.
Now's the time for public comments for non-agenda items. If anybody would like to address council on any items, no one coming to the podium, so we'll move on to old business. Last meeting we had Linda Bobick with inquiring about Duquesne Light and the outages. I understand that you've contacted them and you haven't heard back yet.
Madam President, I had contacted, after that meeting, I contacted the government affairs person with representative with Duquesne Light, and I have not heard back yet, and I can certainly follow up on that.
Okay, I just want her to know that we did not forget about her.
Old business.
What's that?
Old business. Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Several months ago, excuse me, we put out flag collection boxes. It's the library collected any? Do you know? Okay, are they still in the box?
I don't know if it's empty or not, but we've had a couple times. I had like Dan bring them up to the
Okay.
department.
I noticed the box in the lobby. We have one at the library, one at the fire department, one upstairs here, and one downstairs in the police department. I know the one out in front here was getting pretty full. When I looked at it today when I come in, it's empty. So I'm wondering who's collecting the flags? You are.
I believe that Brian McCown is collecting them.
Who?
Brian McCown, the officer.
Oh, Brian McHugh, okay.
I believe he collects them because he also collects the prescription box as well. He's there, I think he is.
Okay, I know the fire department has some in it. If we get enough, I can get them to the Boy Scout leader and restore them for us, and instead of us having to take up room here in the building somewhere. So if I'll give with Lieutenant McEwen and figure that out. Thank you. Oh,
Is there any other old business? Any new business? No new business. I'll like a motion to adjourn.
motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Two motions, three motions.
Okay, thank you for attending. Thank you.